We're gonna unbox the 2021 Trek session. Whoa! Whoa! Not like the other sessions. It's still blowing my mind. What's up? What's up? Today we're gonna unbox the 2021 Trek session. Whoa! But first, we need to get hydrated. So, we're gonna unbox this 2021 Trek session. I have no idea what it looks like. I've been purposely not opening this box since it came in the mail. We've been saving it for this unboxing. So I'm really excited to see what the new session looks like. So let's get down to the nitty gritty. First things first, classic bike box. It's made out of 6061 cardboard. It's got some brass staples. I hate these things because if you leave them in the box, sometimes you stab yourself. Now we gotta take the tape off. All right. So we got the tacking tape off. Ooh, opens nicely. Staples aren't stuck. Hopefully these don't stab me later. Ooh. Oh, I'm so excited about this part. I have no idea what it looks like. Oh, fresh tire. This is 29, so the new session is 29. I have no idea if it comes in 27.5, but there is 29. Oh, it could be mullet. Is it mullet? It's not mullet. Well, this one at least, it's still 29. All right, now we're gonna take the bike out. We're gonna see how it's packaged and how soft the foam is. Whoa! All right, so first thoughts, lots of bubble wrap, lots of foam, you know, some sleek lines that they did with the foam here, and yeah, a lot of protective bubble wrap. All right, so let's put this bike on the bike stand. Guard off. Looks like it's a 7-speed SRAM EXO derailleur. Oh my god. It's a high pivot. No way, I cannot. That's so cool. It's high pivot and it's got an idler pulley so you can see the chain goes up and over through the chainstay. So first thoughts, this bubble wrap is very sticky. So sticky that you could probably reuse this. Good to go. You got an EXO shifter up front, super deluxe air shock. Well, it doesn't say Project 1, so I guess this is a stock color. Look at that, it changes from blue to like dark blue to darker blue. It's got some nice blue specks on it. It blew my mind when I saw it. This still blows my mind. It's still blowing my mind. We got a boxer up front. I think it's an ultimate. Yeah, it's got high speed, it's got low speed, air sprung. Internally routed here and in the top tube. That's interesting. It must be because of the high pivot, so you don't want it down here. So it comes out right around here, down the back of the seat tube, and then back into the chainstay. Oh, so you can change the progression of the shock here by flipping the flip chip. It says 25% progression right now and 20% progression if you flip it. So that might explain why it's just a regular Super Deluxe and not the big Meg can. So progression means the more the shock goes through its travel, the harder it is to compress. Whereas a coil shock, it's the same all the way through. You can change the geometry with the chips up here, make it higher or lower, and then you change the shock progression with the chips down here. This is interesting little grip tape kind of stuff on the cranks. Wow. So it still looks like a session, but it's not like the other sessions, but it looks like a session. So this is a Bontrager house-made direct mount stem. You know, the nice thing about building these complete bikes is that all you really have to do is put the bar on and put the wheels on and just have to check the tightness of the other bolts. You don't have to route the cables inside the frame, bleed the brakes after, have a bottom bracket tool. You really only need a 5mm and a 4mm, and that's it. Damn it. You know, Cam McRae gave me this beer called Still Struggling, and I think that just cursed me. Make sure you hand tighten the stem bolts first and that the threads are biting and not cross-threading, because that is possibly one of the worst things you could do while building a bike. So, double check, this isn't greased at all, so make sure when you get your new bike and you're building it up, don't just assume everything's greased, because this maxle is not greased. Just put a little dab of grease on there, spread it out. There we go. That's it. Fully built up 2021 Trek Session. I think it's a 9.9, just judging by the parts. It's not carbon, no, it's completely aluminum. But most importantly, we gotta check the hub sound. Let's get the mic close to it. So this session isn't the first session with a high pivot idler system. The Session 10 from 2006 had one. And then they went back to being regular bikes, and then now it's back. And so a couple more new things about the 2021 Trek Session. So the old bikes, most people had to upsize. I'm usually on a medium bike, but for the Session I had to go on a large, but they've upsized everything. This is a large, and it's actually a large. It's a bit too big for me, so probably not my size, but it is 29er, and everyone that's complaining about it being 29er, you have 3 wheel size options with the same frame. You can keep it like this with a 29er, you can go mullet setup with a 27.5 in the back, or you can put in a headset cup, flip the chip, and put 2 27.5 tires on. So there's no complaining there. Every size is also different. Most bike companies, they'll use different size front triangles for small, medium, large, but the rear chainstay and the seat stays are usually the same. Not with the Session. As the sizes get bigger, the chainstay also grows. So the interesting thing about the new Session is that you can run these cables internally, or you can put in the included cable routing system, and you can run the cables externally. So if you're always changing your cables and brakes and derailleur cables and whatnot, then you don't have to fiddle around with cutting cables and then routing cables and all that. It's not too heavy. Feels good. Let's continue with the testing portion of the video. What's first? Let's do the selfie check. Oh yeah, selfie looks good. You see the word Session and you see the Trek logo. Yeah, you can't tell it's an idler pulley from this angle. Maybe if I go lower. Oh yeah, that's good. Selfie check, passed. Alright, this next one is really crucial. When you're out in the trails, first thing you always gotta do when you drop an A-line, take a picture from behind the bars. Yeah, so behind the bars shot, looks good, perfect. One last test, we'll see how this bike fares against World Cup racers, see how it looks on the podium. Yeah! I just beat G. Atherton!